This episode is brought to you by Arlon Graphics, trusted for innovative high-performance cast vinyls. Check out their newest product, DPF V9500, a non-PVC polyurethane wall film built to tackle ultra-textured surfaces like a pro. More exciting new products to come soon from Arlon. Check them all out at Wensco.com.
Episode 79.
Good job.
Is it going to go after the live or? Oh, so it's 2 weeks.
The live is Monday, and then this is the following Monday.
Okay.
So this will air after the live.
So I'm gone next week, so we can't record one. So then the 79th.
We don't need you. We've done it before.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 79 of the Slightly Serious Sign Podcast, the number one podcast in the sign and graphics industry, as voted on by Wensco Sign Supply employees. So
look at his hair.
You guys.
I know. That's what
look
I
at
said.
his hair.
I keep joking to him. I keep looking at him going, you need a haircut, dude.
So here's what's funny about how these podcasts work, okay? So they're going to see this one after the one that's actually next week. And when we do next week's one, my hair will be cut. So we'll be like back in time. So
sweet.
So you have. So what you're saying is you're gonna have 5 o'clock shadow on your head.
Yeah, my hair will go backwards
short,
in time.
That'll be
It's gonna go backwards. So yeah. So this episode, there's a few of us in here. The main thing we wanted to talk about that hopefully we'll have time to get to, because apparently people have questions that need to be answered. But is we want to talk about the open houses, what's going on with that. They're in a couple weeks after you see this. So our open houses are September 11th in Davenport, Iowa, September 12th in Chicago, Illinois, if you didn't know where that was, and September 24th in Cleveland, the 25th in Detroit, and the 26th in GR. So,
and they're coming up quick.
Yeah, they'll be here fast. For us recording this, we have a 2-week head start on you listening to this, but it'll still be here way before we're ready for it.
Get the checklist out because we got to start doing that.
Yeah. And then to add to that, in between those, we have MSA, WSA, ISA, all together. Midwest Sign Association, Minnesota Sign Association, Wisconsin Sign Association, and Illinois Sign Association, all the same month. So I appreciate you guys.
No worries.
Doing that in.
That's what we're here for.
Doing that in September. So we'll see you there. If you guys want to be there, we almost have 50 vendors now. Is that crazy?
That's a lot.
That's a lot of potatoes.
Sure, we don't have 49.
I said almost 50 anyways. So
long story.
Free lunch. We try and do pretty good on lunch as long as, CBC doesn't cater the event.
We apologize for that year. We had CBC cold beef catering in Detroit. We won't have that cold beef catering anymore.
That's all I think about now. Whenever someone has hot dogs and burgers, I think, man, I hope these are warm.
All right. So did you have a story to start with?
Well, I just want to say one more thing. Just the sign associations, if you guys are going to go to those shows, we talked about it in a previous podcast, how important those are. If you can be a member, that'd be great. I think you should go to those shows just to kind of get your toes wet and kind of talk to people that are in your community. So that just a shout out to those, because those are pretty good shows and good attendance as well.
And then last shout out for the open house is RSVP to be entered in to win all the sweet prizes. We have Yeti coolers, Blackstones, and $500
and
Wensco
you have
credit.
To RSVP to get those good prizes.
Yeah.
So RSVP link is in the description. Sparkle effect. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate that.
It's funny how
we're just smiling, like, dang it, now I got to do
that. we just added time just for fun. I don't know what we're doing. He doesn't have to edit one for this week. So really we were given an easy time this time, so it's okay. So the thing long term, what we're going to get to is talking about equipment, what equipment we have, what equipment will be at the shows, that kind of stuff. So if you are in the market or not even in the market and you at some point will be in the market, we're going to kind of cover all that. But someone brought a sheet of questions they needed answered. I don't know the backstory of it. But yeah, you want to take over? I'll tell my story later.
Well, I have a story first about my trainer, but then I have a bunch of Gen X questions because I've been listening and watching some Gen X stuff, and I thought, you know what, you guys won't know what we're talking about.
Probably not.
Because Gen X, without a doubt, the greatest generation. I mean, we're smart enough to never have a president. We have no Gen X president ever. Because you wouldn't want to put a Gen X guy in charge of anything, to be honest. Because
I'll be honest with you.
We don't care.
That kind of is crazy. Well, no, the problem is you guys haven't gotten old enough.
Yeah, maybe
we try
not.
really only to elect people,
Ancient.
shortly before they die. That's our goal. That's
All
our
right.
current target audience.
So here's my story about personal trainer. So I got one just temporary, just because I've been dealing with that hamstring injury when you guys pushed me during that race.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The race that I won.
Yeah, the race that Tristan won.
By
you guys pushed
his
me.
belly.
And for those that don't know, I tore my hamstring beyond repair. So I've been doing rehab, and I went with this personal trainer, and we were doing, squats. And so I do 1 set, 2 set, 3 set, 4 set, 5 sets. He goes, okay, well, here's the first working set. I'm like, wait a minute, what were those other 2? That was warm up. I'm like, okay. So then I do my 3 sets. And I was telling you guys earlier, this trainer's not stronger than me, but he's in better shape than me. So then he was talking to me about
Judy. Be perfect.
Judy always calls during this podcast every single time. So later he's telling me about hey, you should lose some weight, which yes, I probably should. And he said, well, you shouldn't probably drink beer. I said, I only have 1. He's like, what do you mean you only have 1? I said, the first 5 are warm up. You literally just said that those first 5 don't count.
Yeah.
I said, so the first 5 are warm up, so I only have 1.
This is my first working set.
Yeah, this is my first beer. The first 5 are warm up. So I
agree with it.
He's looking at me like, oh, this is who I'm dealing with. This was day 1 with this guy. So
to add, I'll tell my story now then because it fits in. So I have my annual checkup, whatever. It's in a week or 2 weeks. I don't actually know, but so I had to get all my blood work redone, so they can know what it looks like when I get there. And I told Tristan when I got back, all my lab work came back. There were some that looked pretty bad. And I told Tristan, I said, you know what's cheaper than lab work, though? A mirror. I could have told you everything that came on the report in 2 seconds. Everything said the same thing. They said, yeah, you need to lose weight. I said, thanks. I could have told you that one. I didn't need the blood work for that. So, anyways.
Yeah.
So if you are overweight, I've been in some sign shops, so there's probably a few of you guys out there. Just don't get your blood work done. Just know that they're just going to tell you need to lose weight anyways. So
I had all my doctor's appointments were this week, and what I don't like is when they put you on the scale, they weigh you, and they immediately check your blood pressure. Can we do the blood pressure first? So it's not after you weigh me and I'm mad, I know that thing's lying. That weight thing's got to be lying. But anyways, yeah.
When I get on that scale, when I go to the doctor, I always take my phone off, take the keys out,
I did too.
Take the wallet, take my shoes off, and then I get on it and I look at it and go, there's got to be something else on here. Something I got to take off.
Oh, my ankle weights will still be on.
Not me. I'm weighing in like it's a UFC fight. I'm taking my shirt off, pants off. That woman's like, what is he doing?
You hold the towel in front of you.
Can you hold the towel up? Yeah. I got to see it.
You got a line to hit here.
All right.
Anyways,
You guys ready?
so we all should lose weight. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah.
Yes.
Should we do
Pretty much.
Should we do we can add this at the end of the year, but should we do a Slightly Serious Sign podcast weight loss competition?
If you
Can
want
I
to.
get the listeners in?
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay, if you're listening
'Cause I can
and
just-
you want to join, he will cheat. So we'll have to do some official weigh-ins on some of these, but if you're interested, let us know. It's going to be a problem, though, if I lose weight before then.
Well,
then
I'll
it's gonna
start
be
gaining.
harder.
I mean, if I
I'll
got
be the judge.
Tristan and I are
I'll
just
be the
looking away.
judge.
We're looking away. Yeah. You guys chat.
You guys
Go
talk
ahead.
about-
I did just get the all clear to jump and run today, so I can get back into my cardio. So, and I could gain a lot of weight this weekend if I needed to.
He said he got permission to jump and run as if that was... We obviously
Like he's always been doing that?
We knew that was not being done before. That's why the hamstring issue happened in the first place.
I've been building up for a weight loss competition.
Yeah, you've been stocking up. Yeah, you're preparing
I'm
for
still
winter.
building up.
Yeah, you're waiting for the prize to be high enough.
Yeah.
that
I
you'll
thought you were
step
getting
in.
ready for hibernation.
Okay.
Anyways.
Are you guys ready for these Gen X questions?
Yeah, I'm ready. What's the premise of this?
This is just Gen X stuff that I just want to know if you know the answer to.
Okay.
Let's start
what
with
is
Well, I
Gen
know
X.
all this stuff.
What's
Gen X
the year?
is 65 to 80
Yeah.
born.
Years old?
No. Domingo might be that old.
I'm getting there.
Not me. Okay, the first one. What is a Walkman?
Walkman is like the little cassette portable CD player.
Yeah, I was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, because they know.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Our
a cheater.
Walkman was that big and our headphones were really small. Now
Yep.
it's the opposite. Okay.
No, it's the opposite.
What
The phones are
is
small, the headphones are big.
what is Jenny's number?
867-5309.
I just saw it on TikTok.
Oh,
That's
my
pretty
Lord.
good. That's pretty good.
I'm 2 for 2.
And guess Jenny actually did buy that phone number, but then she sold it.
Got to some random dude on the internet.
Yep.
It's also in our catalog as a joke.
It is? That's sweet.
There you go.
Tristan, because Tyler already answered this.
Oh, yeah.
When we used to call, what did you dial *69 for?
Isn't it 7?
Nope. There's a 7 too. What's
unknown
*69
caller.
and what's *67? There's
Wait,
two
there's
different.
two different ones?
67 was an unknown caller.
Yeah, that's the only one I know.
67 blocked your number.
Yeah.
What was *69?
I have no idea.
It recalled the last person that you called called you. It was basically calling back whoever called you. So if they hung up on you, you
Yep.
get it
You could
*69 and it would go back to them.
Oh.
Do you think that still works? It probably does work. They probably built it in.
Okay. What are parachute pants?
I had a pair
So,
back in the day.
my understanding is parachute pants are like the opposite of what yoga pants are now. So tight on the ankles and then loose everywhere else. Where yoga pants now are tight everywhere except for at the ankles they're loose.
You agree with that?
So that'd be my guess.
Who mainly wore them? Like what industry wore parachute pants? Like what?
Trapeze, they still wear them.
They do, but I guess no. What kind of dancing did you do if you wore parachute pants? It was almost required, and there was dance classes in this too because Todd Norman took them. I hope he listens.
Break dancing.
Yeah,
Break
that's what I was
dancing
gonna
is
say,
correct.
hip-hop.
Break
Like,
dancing
there's
is
only like
correct.
2 that were popular
Yeah.
then, so it can't be that many.
Okay. When 3 people are Domingo does this all the time, so this would be an easy question. When 3 people are running out to the car, what do you yell?
Shotgun.
Why in our generation was it so important to be in shotgun? What
'Cause
were
there
you
was
in
a-
charge of?
I have no idea.
Radio.
And why was that important?
Because you get to listen to your song that you wanted.
And you had to thumb through like
And you-
47 CDs or cassettes.
Yep.
Domingo was probably 8-track. Then there was
I did
cassettes and
have
I was
8-track.
CD.
Why was it called shotgun?
It was from back when it was more from like the old days when you were running your horse and buggy across the country. The person next to you was the person with the shotgun to shoot the Indians or whatever was going to attack you.
No, it's
Lines.
the police car.
No,
That's a shotgun right up front.
no, I think it's
Oh, my
actually from the
goodness.
past. We can look it up.
Yeah.
And then put it on there who's right or wrong.
The real answer is right here.
The real
Welcome.
one is
You're welcome, Rick.
the real one is I'm always driving.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't call shotgun anymore.
Okay. What does this mean? Ready?
Oh, great.
Can't find it, grind it.
I have no idea. Never heard that before.
No clue.
Domingo?
I got nothing.
You got me on that one, I think.
When you're driving your stick shift. And
Oh, that's
you know what I
right.
mean? When
That's
you,
right.
Like if you couldn't find third gear, get it in there.
Just get it in there.
They always say,
Yeah.
hey, can't find it, just
They
grind
probably
it.
can't drive a stick.
I can drive a stick.
You can drive a stick.
I have before.
Okay.
It's been a long time though.
I
feel
learned
like
on a
would,
stick.
I would struggle again.
What are the most?
You're right.
Oh, Rick already looked it up. I was right. It's from the wagons that they used to.
I would like to
sit
say
there with their gun. I don't think it was a shotgun though, because it would have been.
That'd been a rifle.
But anyways,
we're only one episode away from getting the Joe Rogan TV up on the set. So
yes.
the mounts, the TV's right there, and the mounts are sitting right next to it. So
Okay.
we'll be able to do live fact checking now.
What is the most common boy and girl names for Gen X?
It's gonna be like
Most common
like
names for
Mike
Gen X.
or John or Bob.
What's your guess?
I'm guessing.
I don't even know.
I'm guessing
Wait.
Mike.
I'm going to say Mike.
Mike is the most common boy's
Yeah.
name. What's the most common
girl's
girl
name?
name? This one's a little harder.
Jenny.
Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Oh, that was pretty good.
I love you, Jenny. I know what love is.
That's Forrest Gump. I got that one. Don't worry.
Me too.
Oh, you got that one? Okay.
Got it.
Yeah, if we want to do movie trivia, I'll give you some.
What's the top 2 movies that Gen X guys watch or
Watch.
or liked or whatever. The top 2 movies Gen X guys. They're pretty easy.
Are you talking about movies that guys watch or
The
Like
top 2
now or
movies
did
that were
watch?
popular for Gen X. The
For
top
Gen X.
2.
Is it
The top 2 most popular movie Gen X guys.
is it like the Star Wars movies?
It is not Star Wars.
I don't know when movies
the Titanic.
came out.
The Titanic
was
came out.
gonna say
like that.
Titanic.
Hey, both
time
were
frame.
remade.
Yep, just recently.
Just
I know one of them.
Yep, both were just recently remade.
About 4 years ago.
The only, Top Gun is the only one that comes
Top
to
Gun?
mind.
Top Gun.
What else is still going?
That just got remade.
Just got
Star
remade.
Wars is still going.
And then there's also a Netflix series on it too. Karate Kid.
Karate Kid. Wow, that movie was
mentioned-
that big.
Remember that? Always look high.
Yeah,
Hey, we didn't put a quote on the board.
that movie was that movie. Those movies are that big. Yeah,
That's
yeah. Always
crazy.
look high.
Karate
okay.
Kid movie is that big.
I think I'm almost done. I did when I was looking up facts. A lot of Gen Xers still have student debt.
That's pretty good.
No, not me.
What? I mean, the youngest Gen Xer is 45.
That's
They still
pretty
have
crazy.
student debt. So, but anyways, yes, Gen X still has student debt. But the other part about Gen X that I've always said this before because I said Gen X is the greatest generation because we're stuck in the best spot. Still, there's 10 million more baby boomers than there are Gen X, and there's, I'm doing the math, 18 million more millennials than the Gen X. So in other words, when these baby boomers finally die, there'll be that many more houses for us to buy that there aren't people to buy them.
Well, there's still probably.
And then when we go to sell them, there's twice as many of you guys to buy those houses. So
you're in a pretty good
we're
spot.
going to get a good deal, and then we're going to get a good deal again.
You're in a pretty good spot.
But
You're going to inherit the money.
yeah, but the other part about that is
It's a win-win.
they figure our generation was exposed to the most lead too.
Yes.
Maybe that's why.
It checks out.
So
I've seen
lead
them.
and paint.
in this one, we might have to
They
edit
all
out.
survived though. Everyone seems fine.
Well,
Yeah, besides
Yeah,
that
okay.
Twitch. This goes with that. Okay, so you do a 2-minute Tuesday thing.
Yeah.
Domingo does a 30-second Saturday, I guess. May have to edit that out. That was only.
Well, welcome back to the podcast.
yeah, welcome back.
There was a hard cut in there. I don't have an explanation for you. Just
Yeah,
know.
let's do a long pause on that one.
Just know. I don't have an explanation. I got nothing for you. So, anyways, that
Yeah,
was
but
some
see, they
questions
don't.
about Gen X.
Let's just quickly, just one thing I want to say about music. Back in our day, we had to, like the cassette, we had to rewind in order to get back to the song. Nowadays, you just go, oh, start over. Ding.
And the reason we're so fast is because I could be all the way upstairs and hear the first note to my favorite song, and I could be at my cassette player hitting record before I got to the fourth note. That's why most of our songs, we knew the first 3 notes from the radio. You didn't know the first 3 notes from what
Right.
you recorded because you always missed them.
Yep. And we used to record radio stations so that we could listen to the music because we didn't have it at the touch of our fingers
Yeah.
like we do now. And the one thing that I will say is I could hear that ice cream truck 3 miles away, but I couldn't hear my mom yelling at me.
And we were the generation.
Hold on. Domingo said that as if that statement still isn't true to this day.
Oh, it's true. It's true.
He's on his bike in a second. Where is he?
You don't even know he had his bike here.
Yeah.
You were the ice cream truck at work.
No. You just grab somebody's bike. That's all you do.
Yeah.
You don't know whose bike it
Yeah,
is.
you
You just go.
And we were the generation, they talk about it, but we were the generation where when you got up in the morning in the summer, you went outside and you did not come back inside. And there's
Until it
times
was
they
dark.
forgot about you for lunch. There's times they forgot about you for dinner. And there's time, I mean, the news used to say, hey, parents, remember your kids might still be outside. The news would remind your parents.
As soon as the lights come on,
You had to go in.
better be home.
Yep, that porch light came on.
Yep.
We pretend like we didn't see it for a little bit. And then we go home.
good old days.
And then we get yelled at for holding the door open too long when we did it because if the air was on, shut the door.
We're not trying to cool down the neighborhood.
You brought up in a barn? Well, by barn animals, maybe.
Yeah, we had fun back in our day.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you guys.
And if you crashed your bike, you didn't say anything. Like, You didn't
was a
care.
public shame.
I mean,
Yeah.
until you started having like a line go up your arm that you probably have, blood poisoning
And
or
this-
whatever.
this-
then you had to say, "Hey, mom, I think
And
something happened to my arm."
this whole X game stuff where you guys are flipping and doing all, and we were doing that over the hills and everything.
We were doing that.
No helmet, no nothing.
How many people could you jump in your bike?
Exactly.
You'd line up. You
Yep.
didn't want to be the last guy because he got hit a lot. That was Kevin.
It turns out you'd line up 5 guys. You actually could only jump 2 in the first place. You didn't test it. You're just like,
Oh,
just
yeah.
line them up.
That's not the funny part. The funny part is, okay, you go do that. And then like, you know what? I just need to go faster. Everybody lay down again.
Yeah,
That is exactly why there isn't a Gen X president.
Yeah. Yeah, he has severe brain
You're bringing
injuries.
up good memories.
Well, these questions remind me of this video. I just saw this where it's a guy like my age, maybe a little older than me, asked this kid who's probably like 10 years old. He said, "What do you yell when you shoot something in the trash can?" What are you supposed to yell when you shoot something in the trash can? Yeah, you're too
Tingo
old.
doesn't know?
You don't know?
No, I'm trying to think of.
Do you know what
No.
you yell when you throw something in the trash can?
There's only one correct answer to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rick knows.
Kobe, every time he throws something in the trash. And he asks, he's like,
What?
That's what you're supposed to say?
yeah, anytime you're throwing something into the trash from anywhere, you yell Kobe.
We used to just say, nail
he
it.
asked the kid, he said, "So what do you say when you throw something in the trash?" And the kid said Kobe, and the guy went, "Oh, thank you." Because he was like worried that he's like, this is,
No,
he said it
I-
was the most important question he had for the kid.
I always say, "Hey, I missed. Pick it up."
One of my favorite TikToks is this guy gets on there. He's got a little beanie on, and he says, Gen Xers, you talk about you have to drink for the hose. Was there not a sink? And this lady comes on and gives a full rant about like, we weren't allowed inside. You guys get to go inside, and then makes one of his beanie and like, we weren't allowed to drink in the sink. We had to go outside, and basically just gave the whole version of Gen X. Like, if we came inside, we got yelled at. If you're crying, we're going to give you something to cry about. Yep.
Hear your dad pull that belt.
Mine was
loops.
wooden spoons. You know how many wooden? We should have stock of wooden spoons. How many were broke over my butt? Bring it. Most of the stuff I didn't even do either. Is Dave or Sarah was doing it. But hey, come here, middle kid.
You say
Let's
that,
hit you.
But the funny part is, nobody was surprised when he said the first sentence anyways. You know how many spoons are broke over my butt? Nobody was like, oh, big surprise there. So,
All right, let's get started.
There we go.
Okay.
That was it. It's only been 25 minutes. So I'm glad you guys came to our Gen X podcast. Anyways, so we sell equipment at Wensco. Did you guys know that?
We saw a lot.
Are we good at it?
I think some
That's a
of them were
different-
pretty
yeah.
good, and some of them, probably could use some work.
Yeah, I think so.
There are, with any
Challenges.
company, you have good and bad reps when it comes to equipment. You have people that really embrace it, and you have people that are like, I'll sell some LEDs.
Yeah. So we just want to go through with the open houses coming up. We'll have a bunch of the vendors will be at the open houses. So we're just going to go through the categories, what we have available roughly, and what you can expect to see at the open houses. So sorry to interrupt you guys, but I just want to take a minute to talk about Nakusa, the name behind R-Tape. R-Tape's the #1 application tape out there, but they are more than just tape now. Nakusa has a full range of products out there. Their new one is called Nexbond. This is a UV cured adhesive. Why does that matter? It's an eco-friendly and durable option, but comparable to most of the eco-friendly options, this is a cost-effective product. So if you're looking for an eco-friendly product or a durable product or just in general a good vinyl, Nexbond is going to be the one for you. This is available at Wensco.com as well as all of their other products. So check it out at Wensco or reach out if you have any questions. Oh, and don't forget to use your Nakusa bucks. Have you heard about Metamark? Metamark is a company that sells premium graphic solutions for commercial and fleet signage. So whether that's walls or it's vehicles or it's tables or doors, we loved it so much we put it all over the podcast studio. So you can check it out on our videos or at Wensco.com. I'll start with our #1 category, which is just roll-to-roll print. So we have quite a few options in the roll-to-roll print option. So I broke this down to 2 categories because I think this is how, if someone came up to me and was like, I'm looking for a printer, the first thing I'm going to try and get out of the way is whether they need UV or they need any of the other ones. Because I think after UV, it doesn't actually matter that much. Not anymore, at least. So if you're printing cannabis stickers, if you're printing specialty decals where you're looking for gloss or texture, that kind of thing, then I'll recommend you the UV route. If that is not what you're doing, every other thing I'll recommend you is going to be eco solvent or resin, latex, whatever word they want to call it now. So
Latex.
Well, it depends who you're talking to.
Latex.
That is funny though, because
Domingo
Yeah, it
likes
is
the
latex.
latex, and I have to agree
It
with
is
Domingo
latex.
because I'm having very good luck with the ones that say resin in them. I mean, we've sold some, not the greatest luck in the word resin.
So it's funny because we just came back from the Louisville Rap Class, Digitally FX. They've got a lot of equipment in there, which is great.
I know.
And they have
They have every
got all of
generation.
them. Yeah, they got all of them. And he was like, yeah, runs great. That's the feedback I get from the rolling ones that are in the field, that have been in the field more than like 3 months, is this thing works great. The problem is that first 3 months, if you get it to work, I think it works great. But it's the startup, which I think is a lot of it comes from eco solvent users that aren't used to resin. It's just different. And if you aren't familiar with it, you might mess it up. And I think they sell it as, it's kind of the same thing, but I think it's very different. So
it's just a machine that has to be in the same environment, in the same spot, run the same way, and it'll run forever and fast.
And I think it wants the same temperature, humidity.
Yes.
I think the climate control needs to
Climate
be
control.
way more specific than eco solvent is, which isn't necessarily a problem if you have that, but if you don't have it and you don't know that, it can become an issue.
Yep.
So anyways, to go on that route, so eco solvent on our side, we have Roland, Epson, and Muto all available on eco solvent. Is that Judy?
Do you need to answer that?
No.
It looked important though.
You thought about it.
It looks
a
like
little
important.
longer.
Yeah, it was important, but
So those are the three that we have. We've sold Roland the longest of all of them. So if you were to go like, what are your best selling ones? It's Roland, based on also just resale, people coming back to buy new ones. So the VG3 was and has been for the last 12 months or so the number one selling printer that we have. Now everyone all at the same time came out with a high speed, so that's been fun. So the XG, XP, Epson S9170 all came out at the same time. So if you're looking for something that is crazy fast, all three of those will work. We've used all of them. I haven't used the Roland print and cut high speed one yet, but I used the print only, and I loved them both. The Epson S9170, we did a whole wrap class on that. We did a whole wrap class on the XP, and both of them looked great, printed fast, way faster than the previous models have. So if you're looking for high speed, you have those. If you're not looking for high speed, you have a bunch in the Epson range, a bunch in the Roland range, and a bunch in the Muto range that are all in the middle there, where the price is pretty good. A lot of those prices have actually come down now that the high speeds came out, which is a win too. So
yeah, but I think it's more of what the customer needs, right? So I mean, if you're just starting out, we have a solution in those three.
Yep.
If you're a mid-volume kind of person, we have those solutions. If you're a high, now the production, we have the production machines now. So I think we fit all those categories, what a customer's looking for. And you're going to probably see most of them at the show. And I think you just got to know where you want to grow your business, because a lot of people start out with a small one, but then now they're 6 months in, they get jobs that require a little more production. So you don't want to hinder yourself, but it's a good way to start, because with Wensco, we do offer a trade-in program. We take it back and we'll do something with it. I mean, we even have some older demo units right now and newer units, VG2s, that we are willing to make a good deal for a customer.
Yeah, if you're just starting, you want to come to the open house, because we're going to be selling some of the tier 1 kind of equipment.
Yeah.
That you can make a lot of money on and then upgrade. But what I was going to say about the EcoSolvent now, and even the latex, is they all print very well.
Yep.
It's okay. We hit 99.9% Pantones. We hit 98. You're going to hit all. If you want good color, there's a solution. Every single brand, every single ink configuration. Because they all have orange, green, whatever. Like way better than if we'd had this conversation 12 years ago, where, all right, well, they can't hit that orange and they can't hit that red.
Yeah. The other thing,
now they can.
The other thing to add to that this is just an act of being fully transparent to people that watch us and see all the stuff that we do. The Roland resin, we talked about it like a year ago when Joe was on. That CMYK device, if I put the two side by side, if I put that one next to their 8 color, if you weren't printing any of the ones that are in the orange or green or like that Tristan shirt red, you would not notice the difference, which is not something I should tell you. I should tell you, oh, the color is way better. Right. It's better in like, and you can look at their chart too, like the color chart they put out, and you can see the 3 spikes on basically the 3 colors that they're trying to specifically go after, which is orange, red, and green, basically. Mm-hmm. Other than that, they print so good, CMYK now. And I'll tell everybody this, even when they came. We just had a customer come in and they were asking about like LG versus MG printing stickers for a specific industry that we might have mentioned earlier. And he was asking me like, oh, how much of a difference is like CMYK versus the full one? And I was like, if you didn't know it, you probably, like if you're new especially, I was like, you're probably not even going to know what you're looking for to tell the difference between the two. So, but I say that knowing that I've told many people that back when we had the SG VG situation. And then when they sent in the order at the end, everyone always took the VG anyways. So I can be as honest with you as I want, but when you see the two side by side, you're just going to naturally be like, yeah, that one's just, it looks a little better. I couldn't explain it to you. It just does look better. So just so you're aware.
But you also could use saturations and make more ink in.
Yep.
But it's going to require more drying time. But still, I mean, you can play with color, and you know, there's a lot of things that machines can do now that they couldn't do previously. You know, everybody wants faster. Sometimes faster is not better.
Yep.
So depending on what you're doing.
Yeah, which is what we found
Faster is always better.
Yeah. So we ran. I won't give you. I won't give you the results of this because I told the certain person that I wouldn't give you the results of it. But I will tell you that we ran the XP and the 9170 side by side.
Absolutely.
Same material, same profiles, same everything. Ran them side by side, and that's exactly what we found. Is sure one might be faster than the other one, but it gives up a lot to get to that speed.
Yeah.
And you can tell when you run the side by side tests. So they both print awesome. Some do better at the higher speeds than other ones do. So it kind of just becomes personal preference, what you're trying to do. Even if you're trying to run them on full speed, you know, like if you download the SLX profile, it's going to slow you way down anyways, which I think is very intentional. I think when Arlon ran those tests, or whoever ran the test, they were like, you know, this print's a lot better if you know, slow it down. Like it's like the whole head is getting slowed down. That's the whole thing is, you know, a lot of people want faster, right? We're talking about speed, but what I think is you really got to look at is what is sellable. Yeah.
Right. I mean, if you're going to do signs on corrugated or whatever.
Looks great from my house.
Yeah, it looks great from there, but it's going to be tore down next week. Well, why would I want to slow my printer down? I'd rather go fast and get that done, but I'm not going to get the color that I want.
Yep.
But
I think it's a lot like mowing a lawn. At the farm, I have the mower full throttle because it doesn't matter, right? It's not really good grass. New house has pristine grass. You go a little bit slower.
Yeah,
you make it look a little nicer. You don't do full throttle.
Right. So I don't know what you're talking about. I go slow and it looks horrible.
You got to mow more than once a month.
And you have to sharpen your blades.
I thought that you just, on a zero turn, the only options are it's here and it doesn't move, or it's as far forward as it can go. No. Those are the only two options.
That's
on there.
When you're at the farm, that's how it goes. And it doesn't matter what you tear up. But
just ripping through.
But when you're at the house, now I'm like putt. Like it's like you have neighbors that also have their lawns watered and nice, and I can't lose.
We have one person on our street that's like that. No one else follows suit.
It's Uncle Kimbo's friend too on the corner there.
Yep,
he's crazy.
That's funny.
You want to know who had the best lawn ever though, and he might listen to this, is Gordy from Sign Comp. You look at get a picture of his lawn. His is like, he makes golf courses look bad.
Ooh.
Like he will rival anybody.
I am too.
I will guarantee Gordy smokes you.
Probably, but I'm pretty same.
If you're listening, it's too late now. We'll have to maybe call him so we can put it up.
Oh yeah, we can figure it out.
He's that guy that he showed me a picture. I'm like, oh, you're that guy.
Yep. So to go on to this, the last part of the roll to roll segment that we haven't covered in this, which is new for us. It'll be the first time we've said this on the podcast. Well, that's not true because you'll have heard last week's podcast where we'll talk all about it. But HP
Yeah.
came into the equation. So
Welcome aboard.
We typically have ignored the word entirely when we talk about it on podcasts, but we just signed up with HP. So on Domingo's going to do a way better job of this than me because he's been involved in that whole process.
Can I take a second to say something too? I said I'd say this on there.
Sure.
So we got HP because we lost Vanguard, right?
Correct.
That was our thing. I do need to say a thing to Vanguard that we have parted ways. They did come back and concede to the stuff that we asked for. Like we had asked for spiffs for Brian, and that we were supposed to get paid out on a couple machines. They did come back and do that. So we said we'll part ways. We'll be friends. Granted, we're still going to compete against each other, but there's no hard feelings anymore as far as they came back and did what they did. Some of management wasn't aware of some of the emails we had from the sales rep. And so when they made some of those decisions, they didn't know that we had that we were promised certain things.
Conversations.
Yeah. So when we got all the emails together, we got all the conversations together, Vanguard absolutely made it right with us.
Yeah.
And we're part ways as friends, but obviously
A competitor.
I love to win. So we will turn a lot of those people to HP, guaranteed.
Yeah, I will say too, when it happened, we heard from customers that had Vanguards that Vanguard had already called them. Dustin had called them. That's what they all said. Dustin called them. And everyone said he had not a single bad thing to say about Wensco when he called. He handled it as well as he could have. Not a single person was like, oh yeah, they had horrible things to say. They just said, yeah, we're not working with Wensco anymore. We'll give you contacts for a new partner. So as far as everything on that side of things, I think they handled as well as they could. So yeah.
Well, just if you want to trade in your Vanguard for an HP, we do have a nice little trade up.
So we just brought an HP. So that'll segment us into the next section. But roll latex, that's totally new for us. So that'll be a bit of a learning curve for our reps.
The whitest of white.
And management. Sure.
Latex. HP.
Yeah, the vinyl's white though. I don't know why you need.
We're going to do it on clear.
Yeah.
You got a lot of clear. You got a lot of.
We got white vinyl.
No,
the white point's
not
pretty
when
good.
you're clear. When you're printing in clear.
Okay. So yeah, it can do some things that we may have struggled to do on EcoSolvent, UV, all that kind of stuff before. So we'll talk all about that last week. So you already have all heard about this, but
We're talking about it on live?
yeah,
Oh. I probably should brush up on it because I'm still a Roland fan.
I haven't learned anything at all.
I missed that training.
I still know a lot.
Mingo's HP.
I just am going to forward him the emails as they come to me. Just to Mingo, please.
Yeah, please, like we do with Gerber right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's now the HP and the Gerber guy.
And don't forget Direct to Film.
Oh yeah, and DTF. We'll send him all those
Bring
too.
it over here.
DTF, Gerber, and HP is now Domingo.
So that brings us roll to roll. The next one is going to be large format printers. So previously, obviously, we had Vanguard, and now our primary option there is going to be the HP's large format.
Well, we still have rolling flatbeds. We still have that option.
Yep. In the larger scale.
Oh, the larger
size,
scale. Okay, yeah,
that would be
It'd
HP. On the other end of the spectrum, if you're looking for the smaller option, we sell a lot of Muto 661s and 1462s right now.
lot.
So
And
if
we've
you're
sold
doing any
those-
of that small signage, those things absolutely crush.
Yeah.
The Roland's MO240, the price just went down. If you're just hearing this, it literally just went down. That prints, the color on that is absolutely incredible, and the speed is great. We printed it at the cannabis show that we went to. We printed a bunch of stuff for it. It comes out looking awesome. But on like the braille and small signage side of things, that the Muto is.
The only thing I wish
the
they'd
speed is-
fix, I love the roll and I love how it prints. I love how fast it is. The only thing I wish they would change on their mid to smaller flatbeds is put wheels on the dang things. Just simply put wheels on it.
Let me move them.
Let me be able to move them without hiring a rigger or getting a bunch of strong
I mean,
guys.
they have wheels, just like the
Little ones.
little ones.
They only know,
They're literally
No.
this big, like legitimately.
So just put good casters on, we can move them.
So that's what you'll see. You'll probably see a 661 at the open houses. You'll probably see one of the HP rolled rolls at GR. You'll see the large format HP. You'll also see the Muto roll to roll, the big one and the small one. and you'll see a roll-end, roll-to-roll. Depending on what location you're at, you'll probably get a different roll-end at each of them. But yeah, you'll get to see kind of all that there. So I think that covers everything on print side.
So real quick, if you're at, like, say you're going to go to Cleveland. Cleveland, I think, is going to have a VG3. The XP and the XG print the same quality, maybe even a little better. Just know that when you see that running, it runs twice as fast.
Yeah. So just take a video on your phone.
It looks similar. They all just take a video, run it times 2. That's what you're going to have in the XP and XG.
It looks, even the machine even looks the same.
The machine even looks the same. So don't think you're not
seeing.
seeing the best. It is the same type of print, just it's going to be faster. Like the quality does not go down to go twice as fast as that.
And then the XP is just print only. The XG is print and cut. So if you want print and cut, go XG. If you don't care, XP works great. Which brings us into, if you just are doing print only, you're probably going to need a cutter. So we have 2 options now. So GraphTech, we sold GraphTech for literally forever at this point. The current options are the 9,000, the 7,000. We sell a lot of 9,000s right now. It's kind of like the preferred option, even in, like, we even deal with them on like the cannabis side of things, cutting through like layers and layers of ink and reflective material, and don't seem to have an issue with it, which is something that typically their competitors would say is the limitation. Be like, oh, if you need to start cutting thicker, then you got to scale up. But I've never seen the limitation been hit on it. So sold that for a long time. And then we just brought on Suma as well. So
Yeah, because HP has a combo unit.
Yep.
And that kind of brings in the Suma.
Yeah, kind of forced into that relationship with HP, but we have to have HP. So
yeah,
we need it.
So yeah, typically we've sold GraphTech. We'll still keep selling them because we've used them for forever. I always tell people the funny story of, if you ever walked into a sign shop and they buy a new GraphTech, someone always asks me, like, do you guys ever sell used GraphTechs? I'd be like, no. I'd be like, typically that would be like, it's like buying I give the example, it's like buying like a Range Rover. Nobody sells used Range Rovers, right? Because they don't last. GraphTech's the other end of the spectrum. We never get used ones because they installed a new one. That guy just pushes it into the corner. He's like, I don't know, I might need it someday.
Yeah.
And that sucker will still run.
Yeah.
It's going to be like 50 years old. And you're going to be like, you know what? Let me bring this out. I got to cut some decals real quick. That's how Domingo feels about Gerber too. He's like, just bring that out of the back.
Just bring it out.
Yeah.
We'll get it going.
I think it's Signs by Craney. I can't remember if it's Signs by Craney that I was in. They have like one of the original GraphTechs still sitting in. It doesn't work, but it's still sitting in his lobby. And he actually wrote first machine I bought. I think it was Signs by Craney. I can't remember. It might not be Signs by Craney, but it was the first machine I ever bought. And it's like a relic in there, but it's ancient too. Like, you could have cut it by hand faster than that. GraphTech and Roland, they are the same in my mind with that in respect. Like, I'll just walk into a shop and someone will be like, yeah, do you guys service these? I'd be like, no. Like, do you understand how old that thing is? And they're like, it works great. Be like, I bet it does. Don't touch it. Like, don't mess it up, because there's no hope after that. So that's kind of how I treat those too. If you have an old Roland and it needs service, chances are we're not going to service it. And it's not that we can't get the parts. We can get like print heads, we can get stuff like that, but the new print heads could possibly blow the board, and we can't get the board. That's why we won't service it. Because the parts we're putting in may affect parts that we can't get. So that's kind of why, like, if they're out of service, there's certain parts we can't get. And if those parts blow that next part, that's why we can't service them. Not because we don't want to. We could probably fix it, but if you blow that board, then we're screwed. Yeah. And then you just put $2,500 into your machine that now doesn't work at all.
I think that's
why we won't.
Part of it there is, even if we could get the parts, that's what can happen sometimes. You replace one, it's just a domino effect, and then you're 7 parts in, and you're like, oh, I could have just bought.
Yeah,
I could have bought a different used machine or a new machine at the price I just put into this thing. So,
and we've tried it, and we failed a couple of times where we ended up not charging the customer, but like, okay, we can't do this.
Yeah,
like sometimes it's as simple as this little dinky fuse goes out, and then it blows that board, and it's like a $6 part just costs you $1,000 part.
Yep. So the last one in here is one that we don't. Yeah, we got time. We're gonna finish it up. The last thing on here is something a little different for how we sell it compared to everything else. Is going to be flatbed cutters. So currently our options are Colex and
Multicam.
That was a check. Just to make sure we're
Kongsberg.
still good.
Kongsberg.
I'll try to make sure we're still good there. So that whole relationship changed, but yeah, we're still good on multicam. And then Colex, Colex we sort of brought on. Vanguard had a thing with them, so then we brought them on. Then we actually brought them on, and then now Vanguard left, and we kept Colex. So Colex worked out great for them. If Colex ever listening, sorry you didn't end up on that Fastline show card. That was my bad.
She came over and said, "Where's Colex?"
Yeah,
I said, you better talk to Tyler. Had every other, even had HP on there.
I blame
No
Rick,
Colex.
only because he doesn't have a mic to defend himself right now. So
It's Rick's fault.
it was not Rick. Yeah, I literally just gave her the list, and Colex was not on the list.
She walked over and gave us a bunch of stuff. Where's my thing? I said, better talk to Tyler.
You said I think there was a typo on here.
Meanwhile, I have a Mike A. Binder badge on standing behind Arlon.
Yeah, you say, I work for Arlon now. I can't talk to you. So yeah, we have those two options. I know people that have both and love both of them. So I think they're both great options if you're looking to cut any type of that.
Well, you also have the Graphtec flatbeds too for prototyping and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I know we have one of those in Kellogg here in GR, and I'm assuming it still works, right? We haven't heard from them, but they were doing it for like boxes and all that kind of stuff.
Creasing and all that.
They have one at Amway. Amway does their test boxes and stuff with it. So
yeah, those work great for that. They pair great with the MO too, because that's what we did on the MO was print on a whole bunch of boxes. They were concerned that the cardboard would absorb the ink, but it worked out great. Print quality came out great. So those two, great combo together. Just heads up. So yeah, that's all the equipment.
Well, there's other equipment that's going to be there.
You didn't even mention rollover.
You got rollover, you got heat presses,
Nobody cares about a heat press.
Well, a lot of people do.
They use an iron.
So we have a rollover table.
Why do we sell a lot of them?
And
People get sick of using the iron. Things are flapping off.
Rollover is, I think if I rank them on close rate, rollover has got to be up there. If you get someone to come and see that machine, they'll buy one because it works so well. I don't know what he's saying. Rick's making hand motions over here. We're doing sign language.
Iron on the Nakusa logo.
Yeah, the Tristan's
Nakusa
Nakusa logo fell off. Okay, so this is Nakusa sent me material to do this with, like, legitimately. This is kind of like
It's upside down.
oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Thanks, Nakusa, for sponsoring the podcast. We appreciate you.
Put your logo upside down.
You sent me material and I still haven't used it. That's on me. It should stick apparently just on the actual sleeve. So we'll see. It would be sweet. But anyways, rollover highest close rate. We just did a video on that. What's 3 weeks ago now? I'm trying to do the math forward and backwards.
If you don't know what we're talking about, come to open house, look at a rollover.
Yeah, they're incredible. Heat presses. We have the B-Flex one. We still have the B-Flex one.
Yeah.
And Geonite. We've sold Geonite for like forever.
Try and true.
They never die. The only way they die is if you drop them off a truck, allegedly. Wouldn't know from personal experience, but
automatic grommet machines.
Yep.
Yeah, plastic grommets machines are sweet too. They'll be there. FastNap has one as well. There's a lot of like the smaller equipment. But in terms of like the print and cut equipment, I guess is where I was headed with this podcast, which I should have specified.
I think people need to really look at labor cost, what it takes. A lot of people don't know what does it cost to make a sign. They don't. So when you start paying somebody to do application tape on top of a printed object and and you take that rollover and you just zip and then start adding that up, it's just like, it makes sense. Yes, it's a little bit of money, but in the long run, your return on investment is quick.
Guys, before we leave today, I just wanted to ask you one quick question, and that is, what is a pirate's favorite application tape? R tape. R tape is the #1 application tape in the United States, and it comes with an RLA, which is a release liner adhesion, meaning it's going to stick to the liner. Even on cut graphics, if you roll it, it's not going to tunnel, wrinkle, or curl, or anything like that. So if you're looking for the best application tape for cut graphics out there, R tape RLA is for you, and you can get it at Wensco.com. So I'm going to give what do they call it when you need to criticize somebody? You need to like start with a compliment and then give them their critics. So here's what I'll say. We were just at Digitally FX, and Matt does, from what we've heard, an incredible class on what you just talked about, on the business side of it, knowing what your costs are, knowing what your labor are, knowing all of that stuff. If you have any questions on like, how do I price this? What do I need to do? You should sign up for that. Do that one, Dallas's design class, and then they do a wrap class after that. I follow all that up with, they don't have a rollover table.
Yeah, we got to get in there. We got to straighten them out.
I told him, I said, how many signs do you do? And he was like, oh, not that many. And then when I was there, they did like 12 of them in the 3 days I was there. I'd be like, you're obviously doing them. Like,
yeah, they just don't. Yeah.
Squeegeeing them on. And they can squeegee fast. So maybe that's why they're like, we're faster than this machine. But those things are incredible. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't think so. Done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be. So anyways, my new house, I'm in a development. So when you pull in, it has the name of the development. And as I'm pulling in, like the first when I'm finally going to my house, I look at this sign. I didn't go up to see if it's sign foam or not, but I'm assuming it's sign foam, carved out, says the name, completely faded, broken half. I did see they're doing landscaping this morning, but I'm thinking, I bet I know who did that. Know that it's all faded, but I won't say the name. But I'm like, I will guarantee I can figure out who did that, because it had been done in like 2012 was when they put it there. And it is faded. Like, I don't know what the original colors were, but right now it's a light peach and light brown, almost cream.
I only know now of, and I don't even know if they're still doing it. I would have to ask them about it. I only know of one customer that I would even recommend for sandblasting, that type of stuff. And that's not, I mean, granted, they're very good at it. There's just nobody
Mingo's
doing it anymore.
Mingo's friend. Wild Bill.
Oh, I love Wild
so they
Bill.
do it.
Mingo's
and
friend.
then, I just blanked on the name now. They're like in like Caledonia, working out of their barn. They're on the way back.
I don't know.
From
there's a lot of people. We have a lot of customers that do that. I mean, I could think of a bunch that could do it, a bunch that could repaint it for me too.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see if they
Well,
don't do it.
though.
I may just have to call them and say, hey, look, just give me that thing.
They need one shot.
I'll put it back together. We'll get it repainted and we'll put it back up. I am going to paint it.
Yeah. It'd be like duct tape and Sharpies.
You know how I'm about precision.
Yeah. You wouldn't be able to color in the. He wouldn't be able to color in the lines.
If they want it one color, I'll spray paint the sucker.
I got that far down. Yeah, I can spray paint. So, anyways,
okay, I got a meeting.
That's what the equipment we have going on. So, come to the open house. You can see all of our equipment. We have a lot available now. Our goal is that if you need something, we should have it for you. That
And
was
we'll
our
have
goal.
good sales. Buy it right there and then.
Yeah.
Don't wait.
We're gonna have great.
Get it.
We're gonna have great sales. We're making Mark commit to this by saying it on the podcast.
It's a one-day sale. You can't buy it tomorrow. You got to buy it that day.
I'm going to be very...
because I don't want to bring it back with me.
Exactly.
If I have to move on the trailer, it gets more expensive.
I can tell you right now, there'll be a big push that I want to literally sell all equipment through those open houses. All equipment. By the end of the open house, everything needs to be gone.
We don't want to have anything left.
Yep.
We don't have zero inventory left. We're willing to do whatever it takes.
If you came to GR and there's no equipment there, just know that the first 4 open houses went great.
Yep. Yeah. I want to sell it all.
Are you interested in this one piece of equipment we have left here?
Okay,
So
I gotta
that's the
go.
goal. So anyways, thanks guys for watching. We appreciate you.
All right.
And we'll
Bye.
see you in the next
Okay,
episode.
see ya.
See ya.
Bye.